We are protesting today. We are not attending the remainder of today's parliament to send a message to that speaker, that honorable speaker, it's high time you started treating members as equal. It's high time you start keeping and respecting the standing orders. You cannot tell us what to say and how to say it. We will say it based on what our representatives, our electorates have sent us and have guided us to say on the floor of the House. I'll end here.
Thank you so much, Honorable MP. Once again, to those of you who have just joined us, to bring you to speed, this short press briefing is as a result of the walkout of Parliament by the honorable members you see here, who feel that they are not being given the environment conducive enough for them to represent their electorates in the chamber. And what we're doing is permissible under the rules of National Assembly. I will now invite Honorable MP for Malole to equally give a few remarks, and then we conclude with the Honorable MP for Chilui.
No, I think my issue has been tackled already, so there will be no need.
Very well. So, Honorable MP for Malole,
Thank you
Honorable
very much.
Kalini.
Thank you very much, Leader of the Opposition. Thank you very much, Chief Whip. Thank you very much, members of Central Committee around. Thank you very much, the MPs who are here and the media team. It's quite very much unfortunately that I have to travel to Malawi to come and attend Parliament. I love to be in the House because that's why I was elected, voted for by the people of Malawi, is to represent them, speak on their behalf, make sure that we provide checks and balances in this country. We are not in that Parliament to be schooled, to be told on what to say and how to say it. We are honorable members of Parliament. We know the procedures and guidelines, and we are controlled by the standing order. Today is very much unfortunate that the Speaker, the Deputy Speaker, chose to take almost a partisan stance. Members of the press and the country at all, you remember that it is the same Speaker who made us to be suspended for 30 days because of unfair treatment of members of Parliament, because of failure to articulate issues and to follow what is in the standing order. It's quite very much unfortunate. I was shattered, I was schooled, I was ignored, as if I'm even not a member of Parliament who is representing people of Malawi. And the issue I wanted to bring was very important. It was touching on the subject of the president, on the life of the president. We love the president. We love the president. Whether we like it or not, he's the only president who's there. And if anything happened to that president, all of us were going to lose the president. Remember, it is in Sri Lanka. Which country is this where there were some demonstrations? Sri Lanka, yes, exactly. Whereby the people took over the State House and did everything, and the president was overthrown by those demonstrators. We have issues of people, or those people who are not happy about the booth. Cost of living is high. People are not happy. My concern is this: that ballot which was built closer to State House is to protect the president. Community House doesn't have those provisions. In case such thing happen, how is the president? How is the life of the president going to be safe? How are those people in uniform who are trained to safeguard the president from that parade going to move and secure our beloved president? How? When is the president shifting into State House? State House is not just a mere house like my house. It has features, security features, tunnels to protect the head of state. I wanted to bring that to the vice president so that they are sure the house. What is the cost of keeping the president at Lendo House? How fair are we treating those people in uniform who queues from Lendo House, Community House to State House? The life of the president is at stake. The life of the president is at stake. And this is our president, all of us. And here is the speaker, in his wisdom, Without even knowing what I was about to say, he shut me down like a small boy. I'm in that parliament. He is elected member of parliament. I'm elected member of parliament. I'm supposed to enjoy the same privilege. We are there to speak on behalf of the Zambian people. That is not a kindergarten where I'm supposed to be told what to say and what to say. We have no problem with the two ladies. Every time they preside on those issues, very, very professional. What is a problem? Is it a matter to say the speaker hates us too much that he doesn't even want to see Honorable Kanimi standing and talk, Honorable Mongando? We avoided confrontation approach. We thought that if we stay in that house again, we'll be suspended because it was something, our mind was blowing. So we avoided confrontation and we said, no, enough is enough. Let's walk out so that at least this is our privilege, so that we don't engage ourselves with a speaker. In other countries, you find people even removing shoes and throw on the speaker. We wanted to avoid such situation, to be suspended. We said, let's walk out. Let's walk out and brief the nation to say, definitely, we are not happy. We are registering our displeasure. And whether it happens on Karimi or Honorable Mundibire, it is going to happen to everyone, because I don't know if our speaker definitely wants the opposition to exist in that house. I don't know if that speaker wants the checks and balances to be done in that house. I'm so grateful we're here. Thank you very much for the support, and I thought I should share with you with such things. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Honorable. And before we conclude, I just want also to make one point very clear as whip PF and for my colleagues here, that you have seen how committed our members have been. Our members have been sitting in different designated areas to ensure that they represent their people. Even when the ministers of government have been absent in that house. You know that most of the time, we don't have the ministers. It's an absentee government in parliament. So we have tried our best to make sure that we represent our people. But again, we also have got rights that we should protect as members. So when you hear these members complaining like that, it means there is an issue that needs to be resolved. I will now invite Honorable MP for Kwambashe to equally share with you, because he had a matter that he had raised, which was very, very important. Honorable Chitota.
Thank you so much, Whip of Opposition. Thank you, Leader of Opposition. Mine, it is just to bring to the attention of the struggling Zambians, those that are traveling, that your concerns that you gave us to represent in Parliament concerning the failure by government to pay the provider of the system that RATSA is using for people to pay for the road tax and the other services that is required for them to move in the safety vehicles, were almost ignored, despite the minister acknowledging the challenge. I was very surprised to hear the speaker making a decision to allow the minister to come and update the nation and the people and the people's representation in 14 days from now. He wrote that the minister can only come to Parliament on 28th July, bearing in mind the struggles and the sufferings that the people are going through. The provisions in the standing orders are there so that we can bring matters of public urgent importance to the state, so that the state can act promptly. And also the matter that was raised by the Member of Parliament for Mufurira Central is very key. Today, the passport office do not have the passport papers. We have patients who have been diagnosed with life-threatening diseases who are supposed to be evacuated for specialized treatment. Now, because they don't have those the papers, they don't have passports for them to go and be attended to. Surely, how can the speaker row and say that is not a matter of public urgent importance? Just engage the minister. When we have been to the passport office, and the officers at passport office have confirmed that they do not have passport papers. The government has run out of passport papers. That's why we wanted to bring it to the attention of the minister responsible for that function, so that he can quickly address that matter and we may save life of Zambians that are at the verge of dying because they could not manage to go outside of the country without the passport. These are the issues I want to appeal to the second speaker to, that please, as you preside over the matters of the National Assembly, it's a privilege that we've bestowed upon you. I think we've been in Parliament. This is my third term. We understand the procedures and processes. Would want you to succeed. But please, listen to that voice of consciousness, to that voice of responsibility, so that we are there to serve the Zambian people. That is not a prestigious position. It's a position of service. We are carrying dispository authority. Zambian people have deposited their authority in us to represent them. So these two key issues, I wanted to bring them to the attention of the Zambian people, that your cry over the issues of the passport were brought in the House today so that ministers can react to them. But the Deputy Speaker too chose to trivialize it and he relegated it at not being a matter of public importance. Maybe he's not having that challenge. We have children who are supposed to go and attend to various institutions of learning abroad, and we have patients who are on the waiting list who are supposed to be evacuated. And if you go to Ratsa today, you find queues of people. Government is losing revenue. You cannot relegate that matter to 28th July, a matter of that public importance, a matter of that agency. Maybe I want to appeal to Speaker 1 and Speaker 2 to review the decision of Speaker of the Deputy Speaker 3, so that they can quickly attend to this matter and address, because this is a dire need that Zambians would want to hear what their government is doing as yesterday. I thank you.
So thank you so much, dear colleagues. And I just want to say to the honorable colleagues here that ours as your leaders is to ensure that we preserve and protect your rights as members, which you are entitled to. And so we are not going to relent in making sure that that is done. We very committed people's representatives, and even as we speak, we are supposed to be there as we have always been. And we are not like our colleagues who take a laissez-faire approach to work, the ministers who have been absentee leaders in this August House. So with that said, colleagues, we going to take leave, and I think we shall meet you on Friday for yet another update as always. So thank you so much for making time at short notice. Honorable members, I think now we can take leave and concentrate on other assignments.
I'm going tomorrow for AU.
Yeah.
That's good.